Hello and welcome to the Teacher's Wellness Coach YouTube channel and the Pastel Pods. This is your weekly snippet of health and wellness inspiration just for female teachers only. My name is Kat and I'm on a mission to make healthier living simple, realistic and actually fun, because that's the most important part. So I'm going to be giving advice of how you can find time for yourself through your busy teaching day every single week. So if this is something you think would be really helpful for you, just hit the subscribe button. That would really help me out. Also, if you want to join over 200, I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. Yeah, if you want to join over 200 other female teachers inside my free school community, completely free, it's packed full of educational lessons, recipe books, and so much more. All you need to do is just go to the link in the caption and then I will welcome you in with open arms. So I can't wait to see you in there. So this video for today, I'm going to be talking through. It is all about how busy teachers are making some big changes in 2026. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling quite stressed at the moment, fed up of just feeling stuck and not really sure where to start, then this video is for you. So let me just share my screen with you. And also I'm just going to be talking through this if you are listening on the podcast. So here we go. I thought I would first of all start this off just by talking through a little bit about me and who I am and a bit about my background, because I know that I've been sharing these lessons every single week, but it's important to know just a bit more about who you're actually listening to and a story about me. So if you are feeling like this, if you are feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, exhausted, and just feeling very stuck at the moment, I am telling you now, I've likely been through what you are going through. So if it's burnout, if it's also just saying yes to everything, if it's feeling exhausted every single day after school, feeling deflated when no one recognises your hard work, that one stings. I mean, that's very annoying, isn't it? Sitting in meetings that then aren't relevant to you and thinking about all of the other things that you could be doing instead. The constant marking, the constant emails, the pressure from parents, the pressure from SLT, the school's reputation, the clubs, staying overtime, just waiting for that one child to be picked up. Why is it always one child? It's never 2, 3, it's always just the one child, the same child every single week. And also skipping lunches, skipping breakfasts. The list really goes on. I mean, I don't need to go through all of these things, but if you can relate to any of those, and if you're listening to this and thinking, yes, there's a few of these that I have experienced at the moment. I mean, yeah, the list literally continues. Just running around like a mad woman on a mission during my lunch because there's just not enough time in the day. Staying up at night worrying about all of the tasks that I then have to do the next day. Reports, deadlines, data analysis, and also why is it that some schools decide that it's a good idea to put them all on the same week with these deadlines on top of other things. I remember at one school that I worked with, I had the school shows that week and I was the only drama teacher in the school, and I was also head of department, and on top of that we had the report deadlines, we had observations. It was the most insane week of my life, but I don't think my body has ever been under that much stress, like ever. It was insane. But yeah, just constantly trying to prove my worth. The list goes on, but I'm just going to leave it there for now, just so you get an understanding of what I have been through before and what I have experienced in the past. And I just had enough, and I thought this picture here just really represented what I was going through at the time. Just said that I was a bit of a drained potato, and I can laugh about it now, but honestly at the time it was really, really tough, and I was just constantly exhausted. I wasn't eating, I was staying up late, I was getting up early. I just wasn't looking after myself at all, and I was in that cycle for quite a while. And yeah, I lost quite a lot of weight. I was just fueling off of like caffeine. It just really wasn't good at all. So I did just decide to stop, and that was around about 2 years ago. It was time to then just stop proving my self-worth to everyone else, and then to actually start looking internally and really protecting my sanity, my well-being, and just putting myself first. And it was the mindset shift of not feeling selfish doing so. It's about then showing up as your best person because you are then putting yourself first. So viewing it as actually it's the least selfish thing that you can do if you put yourself at the top of the list, because you're going to be showing up better to everyone else around you, if that is family, if that is friends, if that is your students, if that is your colleagues. You're going to be such a better person when you have prioritized yourself and when you're putting yourself first. So that was where everything then started to change. I was so much happier. I was confident. I felt balanced. I had some really good boundaries. It took me a little while to adjust to these with the boundaries, because it's very hard to leave work. As you know, there's always something else to do, but it's about being very strict with yourself and putting yourself first in the evenings and at the weekends, because you need that rest and you need that reset to then go into a fresher week moving forward. Otherwise, you're just going to burn out, and you're going to be taking, one step forward with thinking you're getting ahead, 3 steps back, because you're going to be exhausted and your body's going to be feeling that. So it is really, I cannot stress this enough about having really strict boundaries in place. And then, leaving work guilt-free. This happens over time once you then settle into those strict boundaries. And it's about putting yourself first, like I've said. And it was then teaching second. Your game is going to change as well. For me, I've been through that process, and I really hope that in today's lesson, I can show you through the exact steps as well as to how to do this. These are some absolute legends that I just feel really passionate about this, because I went through the process myself of completely changing my lifestyle, my habits, and that then had a knock-on effect of physically looking stronger and healthier and fitter and leaner. And I just wanted to help as many female teachers as possible. And I feel so fortunate saying this, and it still doesn't feel real saying it out loud, that I get to do this as a full-time job. And I left teaching last year, so it was June 2025 I left teaching, and I just wanted to help as many female teachers as possible. So that's why I took a step back from teaching, went all in full-time for being an online coach, specifically just working for female teachers, because I just feel so passionate about helping others. This definitely comes within our nature of being a teacher as well, but I just wanted to give more time on this, that I could help more teachers out there. And every single one of my clients that starts with me, 90% of the time have gone through what I've experienced. So, we can all relate and we can all share those experiences together in the community. But it's been just so incredible to work with amazing female teachers from literally all over the world, going through the same process. They come into the program, they're feeling exhausted, tired, burnt out, everything that I've spoken about already in this video, and just seeing their transformation. Yes, physically it's amazing, but the biggest shift is their mindset and their growth mindset and their confidence and their energy levels. There's just so much to it. So I thought I would just go through just literally a snippet and a handful of examples of some of these teachers and just tell you a little bit about their backgrounds. So this absolute legend here, she is called Hannah. She's all the way in Thailand. She's internationally teaching, and she was exhausted. She's a mum as well. She's so busy, and she just wanted to put herself first and prioritize her time. She didn't know where to start. She felt very overwhelmed, and she just had enough. She couldn't continue anymore with being in this constant cycle and spiraling. So I am so glad that Hannah reached out. And this was last year when Hannah reached out to me at the beginning of 2025. And oh my goodness me, the transformation has just been incredible with her. She has set strict boundaries with work. She has also set strict boundaries with her family and giving herself her own time, because then she knows that she can show up as a better mum. She has more energy. She was running around with her children in Sri Lanka last summer and feeling amazing in a bikini. She was feeling stronger. She was just feeling so much fitter and more productive at work. Just so many changes. But she is absolutely amazing, and credit to Hannah. She has just been absolutely incredible throughout her journey. Here we have a legend from England. She's called Georgia. She has actually been training from home. She hasn't stepped foot into the gym, and this is her progress at the moment. She's over 20 pounds down. And again, she reached out. She was really struggling just with food side of things and struggling with what to eat as a teacher. And her food habits that she did have, very low in protein, and she just didn't quite know what to be eating to then be feeling like her best self and fueling herself as best as possible. So the main thing with Georgia, it has been her nutrition side of things. Now, oh my God, she's an absolute meal prep queen. She has ticked all the boxes pretty much every single week. Her consistency has been absolutely outstanding, but she is just absolutely incredible. She's been training from home. She never trained before, but we grabbed some weights and I programmed everything with the weights that she did have at home, and her progress has been great. She has lifted so much heavier. Her form videos, she's been sending me form videos every single week. Her progress with the way that she's been lifting has been huge. So I'm so proud of her. She's looking absolutely incredible, and we are still continuing this progress now. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to see her results in a few months' time as well, because the way she's going, I mean, there's going to be even more of a difference here. But she's stronger, she's leaner, she's fitter, she's healthier, she's happier, and this has been the leanest that she's been, she said, in her whole adult life, which has been incredible. So amazing work to Georgia. Here we've got Lauren, who again, absolutely fabulous. She trains in the gym, and she's only been training, we started off I think just with 2 sessions per week, and then we upped it to 3 sessions. She trains really well, and she did have a personal trainer before, actually at the same gym that she goes to. And yeah, she had a comment from our old personal trainer of how is she understanding how to do all of these different lifts and stuff. So I think she was feeling quite smug about that with the way that how much she's progressed. But she has been incredible. Complete lifestyle transformation here from Lauren. We were actually speaking the other day about this time last year. We weren't working together until I think it was June last year, June 2025. And she didn't know how to track calories. She didn't know what kind of foods were better choices and what weren't as great. She struggled with motivation. She would just get home and crash on the sofa. Again, just things that I've spoken about that I've gone through. Lauren was feeling like that, and she was feeling very stuck, didn't know where to start, and she just wanted to pull herself out of this rut that she was in. And now she's been amazing, absolutely amazing. Her progress, as you can see, is incredible, and she's been lifting, she's been fueling herself really well, and again, she's been meal prepping every single weekend. But it really is, I just want to stress, like, it's simple habits. It really is simple habits. But yeah, all the people that I work with and the teachers, they're all so busy. But honestly, it comes down to the decision of just deciding enough is enough. And that's what Lauren went through last year. She was just sick of her own shit, to be honest. And she said that to me before, which is why she reached out, and she's been an absolute pleasure to work with so far. And yeah, like I'm so excited to see her progress continue, because she's been absolutely flying. And then here we've got my client Georgie, who's also one of my best mates. She is one of the busiest teachers that I have ever come across. She's a PE teacher. Again, before she reached out to me, she was already training like 5 times a week. She was doing some F45 training, a bit of HIIT training, but wasn't seeing any progress. She felt like her nutrition side of things was pretty good overall. She was also meal prepping, but her progress was stagnant, and she didn't see it progressing. And she just felt very frustrated with working out 5 times a week and not getting anywhere, not seeing the results. And yeah, that can be very frustrating, I think, when you don't know what you're doing wrong, but something's obviously not adding up because the progress isn't then following. So that's why she reached out to me. She is an absolute box ticker 101. Honestly, I cannot explain how hard she works. I tell her to do something, she goes away and she does it and she applies, and that's why she's got the results she has, because yeah, she literally just sticks to the to-do list as such. And as teachers, we love a to-do list. And yeah, she just goes away, she applies, and that's why she's got the amazing results that she has. But yeah, she's very, very clued up now with her nutrition side of things. And also she is now a qualified personal trainer as well. So it's sparked that, you know, that joy so much with fitness and her progress that she's now going into the profession as well as a personal trainer, which is great to see. But she's lost over 33 pounds since she reached out to me. And again, you know, her lifestyle is completely transformed. There's actually a video, another YouTube, of me and Georgie just having a chat, and she explains her experience in the program. So if you want to check it out, go for it. But I thought I would just share those journeys with you because I've gone through my story, and it was just taking action and just, you know, really just feeling stuck and not knowing where to start. And the hardest part is starting. So that's the difference from, you know, staying in the same cycle and then getting yourself out of it. And the hardest part is getting yourself out of it. But I'm just reassuring you, there is a way to do this. There really, really is. And I really hope that you can see that, and I really hope that this video inspires you to take action. Now, it really does just come down to the simple steps. Tracking everything, I cannot express that enough. If you're not tracking your data for steps, for food, for your training, they are the 3 basics. And then on top of that, there is like sleep, energy levels. If you're not tracking any of that, it's very difficult for you to then understand what's going wrong and what you need to improve on. If you're tracking everything, you know exactly what am I doing well right now and what do I then need to do to progress. And it's the same if I relate it back to teaching. You are experts in your field, and you know exactly if you have a student who's struggling with something, you know exactly how to help them because you put a plan in place. The same for here. I know I would be able to look at the data and know exactly what we need to work on. So the same thing goes for your personal life. So if you are feeling stuck, best thing to do is to reflect first of all, and what's the biggest problem at the moment, and what is one thing that you can do just to help with moving that forward. But it's about pulling yourself out of this rut. And once you then start to build momentum with all of these habits, your progress will be there and your confidence will get better, your productivity, your energy levels, all the things that I've spoken about, they will happen, and you will get there. It's just the initial part is the hardest part of just getting started. So what I would suggest to you with just one thing about getting started, reflect so far at the moment, and then just start tracking everything. Just start tracking your foods in MyFitnessPal. You can start tracking your weights, your workouts. You can start tracking your sleep. You can start tracking your steps. They would be the 4 that I would start with. That's it. Okay. And then every single week you can look and you can reflect on the data, and you could then know, right, what things do I need to change next week? What's going really well for me this week? Okay, I'll continue that. What's not working so well for me? Okay, I need to correct that. So what's going to be the one thing next week that I can do to then improve? Okay. So it's really just analysing as much as possible and then taking action, because there's no point in analyze everything and then not actually doing anything about it. You know, it's important that the action is then taken and followed. Just some other extra points, just kind of sharing a little bit about me, just so you've got an understanding of who I am as a person a bit more. So I've had 9 to 10 years of teaching experience. So I taught basically the whole of my 20s. Now just turned 31, which is crazy because I don't really know where the whole of my 20s went. But yeah, that was inside the classroom, and I learned so much throughout my 9 to 10 years in the classroom. And that's why as well I love working with female teachers. I can completely relate to everything, the parents' evenings, the extracurricular stuff, just the day-to-day things that we go through. And the exhaustion is always something that comes up a lot. But there is a way, and there's a way through, and there's hope on the other side. Like, you can absolutely get there. And I'm saying that with absolute confidence because I have likely been through what you are going through right now in some way or another. And also I've worked with over 100 female teachers that have also done the same. So that's why I can say that with absolute confidence. I need to update this. Yeah, I've worked with over 100 now. I am a Swiftie fan, love Taylor Swift. My top 5 influencers are hands down Grace Beverley. She is fantastic. Fan Cotton, Steph Smith. Oh, I can't see the other ones. Mel Robbins, she is amazing. And then Taylor Swift, of course. I'm not a fan of half-asses or complainers. I know it sounds really blunt. You know, you either use barriers or roadblocks as an excuse, or you can use them as a lesson and providing solutions and thinking of solutions to then overcome them. There are solutions to everything, to every single problem that you have. Again, it's just about taking action with that. Another facts that you might want to know, also known as KH, Kathy Lou, and Cat Flack. And then if you switch the letters around, it is Fat Clack, which my friends did highlight to me, which is just fantastic name to have, isn't it? Fat Clack. I got married last August to Tim Flack, and we have known each other for 31 years. So I've literally known him the whole of my life, which is just crazy to say out loud. I love brownies, and I believe that you should be able to enjoy your progress and your journey along the way. So, clients that work with me know that I'm very much about balance and enjoying foods and allowing yourself foods that you really enjoy. I'm not about being super restrictive at all. So if you're a brownie baker out there, holler some brownies my way, that'd be fantastic. And also I love traveling, absolutely love traveling. I've traveled around a lot, currently in Bali at the moment. Always be traveling as much as I can, really. But yeah, the main point as well that I just want to get across is, like, if you are a happy teacher, you will then have happy students, and it will then be better teaching across the board. So after I then put myself first, and after my clients then put themselves first, I was a happier teacher. I had more energy to give, and I had happier students. My teaching was honestly so much better, just because I felt so much more in the present. I wasn't feeling overwhelmed. I wasn't thinking about all the things that I had to do. I wasn't exhausted, I wasn't hungry, I wasn't tired, I didn't constantly have a headache. I just felt so much more in the moment and just so much better, so much more energized across the board. And yeah, it really did show in my teaching as well, and just the way that I handled situations, because as we know, day to day, there's so many ups, there's so many downs in teaching. And it's like a roller coaster every single day with your emotions. They're high, they're low, things get thrown at you. You might have to then cover a lesson. You then need to do this marking. You've then got to finish this deadline. There's so many things that come up, and a lot of things are quite last minute. So you have to be very adaptable, as you know. But honestly, once you put yourself first, you are just going to be so much better and performing so much better across the board in your teaching. I cannot stress that enough. So that's just a little bit of background story about me, who I am, and who I help. And I really hope that you've taken away something from this. And, I really hope that you can apply some of these tips and tools that I've gone through. If you're still, watching this and you're like, I've got no idea where to start. Again, I would absolutely love to help. And the school platform that I spoke about at the beginning of this video, I've literally gone through step by step exactly what process to follow to get you out of the rut, and then building up that momentum and putting everything into motion and taking action. So again, just click on the link below in the caption. Click on the school link and I will accept you in. And then I've literally got a free course where you can just go through everything. And included in there is recipe books. There's 20-minute meal prep. There's so many, benefits to the school course. So if you are still thinking, okay, I'm going to take some advice, but I don't know where to start, trust me, go into the school and just follow those steps, and I would absolutely love to help. And I'll be on hand as well in the school community if you need me at any time as well. So I really hope this has helped. If you are watching and if you think that another female teacher or a friend that's a female teacher would benefit, I would really appreciate it if you could share this video with them. And just a reminder as well to hit the subscribe. It does really help me out. And I said this before on my Instagram story, it genuinely does make my day. I know that sounds so sad, and it is a little bit sad, but you could make my day right now if you just hit the subscribe button. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I know this has been a slightly longer video than normal, but I will catch you in the next lesson.